wobbly. I just have my phone on one of those little like extendable arm things, but I just wanted to film this quick portion just here on the floor. First of all, hi, welcome back. And secondly, thank you so much for all the sweet comments in my previous video. You guys were so nice, totally made my day. I actually unboxed this the other day, but I've only tried out a few of the shades, but I just wanted to show you a Too Faced new Cloud collection. I'd actually, really, Howard, just started using my Too Faced natural face palette again. I love the shade Sunny. Is it Sunny Honey? Yeah, Sunny Honey and Pink Sand. This used to be like an all-time classic blush palette for me. So it's funny whenever Too Faced sent these over because I was like, another Too Faced blush for me to love. I've also had my eyes on the Essence, you know, the Pure Nude highlighter. I love that highlighter. It's so affordable. Well, they have a blush formula now at Ulta. It's like $5.99. I want to say there's like 6 to 8 shades, but I just got these ones in from Too Faced, and then I also got some in from Colourpop. Don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful, but now I feel like guilty going out and getting any other blush. But at the same time, I'm like, it's for research purposes because we could do like a full face of new drugstore makeup, right? Okay, but either way, I just want to quickly swatch these blushes for you in this collection, along with the Cloud Crush Blurring blushes. That's what they're called. They also sent over their Pinker Times Ahead palette. Later on in the video, you'll see me wearing a few of these shades. It's in the portion, I think when I have like the rollers in my hair. I went really, really light and minimal though, just like today I barely have any eyeshadow on, really just a tiny bit of shimmer and then just some like brown shadow or like plummy shadow as my wing liner. So far, out of the shades that I have used, they've been really nice. I really like this shade here too, just all over the lid. There's tiny flecks of shimmer, but if you use it with a brush, it doesn't really stay on the lid. But if you pack it with your finger, you'll see a good amount of the shimmer. The only product that I wasn't really blown away by in here, it's not even a formula thing, it's just more like personal preference when it comes to shades. I personally don't like icy silver pink highlighters. So their Cheek Popper Blushing Highlighter is one of those, but I do have a friend whose daughter loves anything and everything Too Faced, so I know she will love this. I just don't find these shades flattering on me. It's just more of like a silver toned pink. And then they also launched a new shade in their Killer Liners. If you have never tried these before, the shade, I forget if it's like called Burnt Orange or Terracotta. That one I used so many times, like all through last year and the year before. There's also a really pretty olive green. I want to say it's like called Teddy Bear or just maybe like Killer Chocolate. It's a really pretty, yeah, it's definitely Killer Chocolate because I think all the names are Killer something. But this is their new shade called Killer Pink. This is a makeup wipe. See what I mean? Like it does not budge. So these work great whether you're doing it just like on your waterline, your tight line, your actual lid. I love that formula. And then for the blushes, I've only tried 2 so far, and the 2 shades that I have tried, I've been very happy with. Tequila Sunset, which you'll see me demo later. And then today I have a tiny bit of Velvet Crush on. I just loved the packaging details on these, just a little like scalloped ridge, and it just reminds me of cute little trinket boxes. Back in the day, I used to have this apothecary jar with like all of my Tarte blushes in there, and just seeing all these together kind of reminds me of that, but just a way prettier version. So on my face so far, I have some of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, losing my voice, in shade 3 Light Medium. I just apply this all over my face. This is the Laguna Bronzing Cream in shade 3. Now on top of this, I'm going to apply the Haus Labs foundation. I have worn this, but only one time so far, and I have to say, from the get-go, I loved it. Just the texture on the skin feels so nice, but something that I did notice is that it doesn't wear quite as long as the Makeup by Mario one that I tested the other day, which I have been loving that as well. But something about the finish of this one just agrees with my skin. I have the shade 210 Light Medium Neutral. Now, I did mention in my last video that I thought the pump of this one wasn't quite as like controllable as the Makeup by Mario one, but that may have just been a fluke with, but I don't want to say all the testers, so maybe it just changes over time. But I had mentioned that the testers at Sephora, it's like I could not control how much came out. But with this one, I really do feel like I have a good gauge, like I can stop it. It's not just like, brr. Okay, that was probably a bit much. I'm just going to do a few dots with my finger. This is the 101 and then this is the 109. I absolutely adore these brushes for foundation. Lately, I've just been loving the BK Beauty brushes. Although the other day I used a Smashbox one. This is another foundation that just feels so lightweight on the skin, a lot like the Makeup by Mario one, but I just feel like this one looks even dewier on the face. But since it's so glowy, it does seem to fade off my skin faster if I don't set it. Now on the areas that I did set with a little bit of powder, it stayed on my face all day long. but just like on my forehead, I did notice that it started to break up throughout the day, and right here on my cheeks where I just left it as is without any other sort of powder on top. This does give some coverage, so I'm not saying I don't have anything on this face. Obviously, I do have some of the NARS Laguna bronzer as well as this. Now, this one does have more coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but I don't feel like I get as much coverage out of this as the Auric Glow Lust, which out of all of these sort of like liquid highlighter, flawless filter sort of glow products, Auric Glow Lust and specifically the shade Pyrite is still hands down my favorite, but I am really liking the e.l.f. one. So I do have that on my face. So there is some coverage, but I mean, still not like foundation coverage. Okay, I think my rollers and the hair clips have punched out on their time card. They're like, okay, we're done for the day, take us out. I do find that this one is buildable like the Makeup by Mario one too. In fact, this one may build up even more than the Makeup by Mario one, but I just love the overall finish of this foundation. Now for taking the rollers out, I like to hold my hair here at the root and then twist the Velcro roller out and pull instead of just yanking it down. Then I find that it gets frizzy. So I'll just like lightly pull and then twist and unravel. I just find that my hair looks much smoother that way than just yanking it out. Then it just gets weird and frizzy. I still need to buy another set of rollers. That way I can actually do my whole head. If you already follow me on Instagram, then you already saw this hair routine. You already know what products I'm gonna use, or if you've been here for a while, then you already know my love for the Kristen S powder. This is easily my most used hair product. If you're ever curious about the volume in my hair, this is what does the trick. Go in and just really rake it into the roots. I do this motion here and it just kind of like teases your hair without having to go in with an actual teasing comb. Just adds a little bit of grit in there, especially for me since I washed and blow dried my hair this morning. It's almost like too clean and too soft. Then after that, I go in with a texture spray. This is a product that rotates. I find that my hair gets like bored of something, or I guess I get bored of something and my hair doesn't react quite as well. Before this, I was using the Kristen S Dry Spun Texture Spray. I still love that, but I'm revisiting the Bumble and Bumble Bee Thickening Dry Spun Texture Spray. I noticed that I go through this a bit too fast though, and for the price point, I don't like that. The Kristen S is like, I think $14 or $15, and I find that that bottle lasts me much longer. Day two is where I just prefer it. I just feel like after dry shampoo and after it just like sits on itself for a little bit longer, it's just where it needs to be. But I just love the volume that I get from that curling iron and the rollers. There is my little hair cocktail. So after looking at all 6 shades, the one that caught to my eyes is Tequila Sunset. This is one of the diffused matte finishes. I actually hate tequila. Even the scent of it makes me nauseous, but this color just looked so pretty. Oh wow, that's actually a lot of product on the brush. So let's just start from here, kind of sweep down. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Do these have scent? I feel like I smell. Yeah, there definitely is. It doesn't say anything about the scent, but there is just like a little bit of some sort of like sweet vanilla sort of smell. I like to go kind of up by my eye too, just to blend it all together. The brow bone shade that I used this morning was actually one from their Pinker Times Ahead, the shade here, and it was almost like too white. So I just wanted to warm that up a bit. We have a quick 6-foot balloon install to do, about like 10 to 15 minutes away from home. So we're just going to put it together first, drive over there, install it. Also disregard my trunk. I have a crap ton of stuff that I need to drop off for donations. There's like home decor. That's like a tobacco basket. I've had that for years. That all sorts of stuff in the back that I just need to drop off. I've been like nursing just this lingering headache all day. And I know it's because I slept wonky, but it's just like one of those that's like right on the side of your head down to your neck. Ugh, it sucks. But yeah, let's go do some balloons. I just received a package from Colourpop. I haven't got any PR from them for a long time, which I mean, I totally understand why. I have not uploaded in forever. I'm hoping these are the Heart Blushes. Flirty Talk collection. Howard. My dog is obsessed with mail. He's received mail okay, already this keychain. Why do I love Howard? Sit, there's nothing in here, bud. I love these old school like motel style keychains. This one is so cute. It kind of has like that oyster shell look. It just says talk flirty to me. Super cute for Valentine's Day. From Fourth Grade Beauty, there is a lip scrub and lip balm set. I have been so obsessed with the Buxom lip balms. Ooh, is this tinted? Let's see. It just smells like cherries. And then the lip scrub. Then we have 3 of the glowing lips. These are just like glossy lip balms. Let's see the shades. I know I don't need to keep all of these. I'm kind of curious if this is like a sheer red though, because I've been wanting one of those. Oh yeah, just like a really pretty glossy berry stain. Then we have 2 of the Cutie Marks. What are these? Face stamps. Oh, it's a red heart and a pink heart. This is something I would never use, but I have plenty of friends with little girls that I know would love that. And then in here, is it palettes or Super Shock shadows? What are these? Okay, these are the heart ones. I just love the packaging of these. First up, we have a pressed highlighter, shade In My Feels. That's like a cute lavender shade. That's something that I would probably use more as an eyeshadow. I'm probably gonna pass that shade along though. Then we have Your Glowing. Oh yes, this is right up my alley. I was never really a fan of the, okay, that's such a pretty everyday natural highlighter. I love that there's just like a little hint of like a champagne gold. I've loved the Super Shock like eyeshadows, but when it came to the blush and highlighter formula, I wasn't crazy about those, but I've always loved their powder blushes and highlighters. Then we have one more highlighter. This one is in the shade Love Struck. I think just like a cute rosy pink. Let's see what this one looks like. Ooh, those type of shades I really like as like blush toppers or inner corner highlights. I really like how these are more of that like glow from within type of look rather than just like foiled metallic on top of your cheek. But this shade, what was that called? Your Glowing is beautiful. All right, then we have Flirty Talk. Well, this whole collection was Flirty Talk. Oh, this is a palette. Let's see. Okay, it opens like a book, kind of like Burn Book from Mean Girls with just a whole bunch of pinks. It's just screaming at me. Holy cow. That's so pretty. I have not done like any sort of pink eyeshadow or really any colorful look in a long time. Then we have blushes. The packaging of these are just so cute. Hold on, there is another highlighter. There's actually 2 more highlighters. This one is called Heart of Gold. I love anything like peachy or gold. Shades like this just look so pretty. A topper for a cream blush or just right on top of your blush. That's really cute. Okay, and then for blushes, I'm just gonna swatch one of these. Let's go in with the brightest one. This one is called Woo Me. Why is this packaging so cute? I love the like rubberized soft matte feel. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm so excited for these. So this just blended out, or obviously you could go in with a heavier swatch of it, but I really like it just kind of diffused like that. Why are these so happy? Like I just want them out in a bowl. Like that's so precious. And then here's a swatch of the final highlighter. This is more of like a gilded foil one. Pretty sure my mom got this headband in Korea. I think it's so freaking cute with the little cheeks. Oh, I need to take my earrings off. One of my most favorite Amazon finds are these little wristbands. And whenever you're washing your face, I hate when water just like leaks all the way down your arms and then just like gets on the floor. This just soaks everything right up. I love it. Simple, but definitely a necessity. I kind of bounce back and forth between like cleansing oils and cleansing balms. The one that I've currently been loving is from JCat Beauty. This is the Sunsu Pure Water Deep Microfacial Cleansing Oil. I'm more than halfway through this. I don't think they sell this one online like on Ulta or anything. I know like Ulta carries some JCat Beauty products, but whenever I looked for a friend the other day, they didn't have it online. I'll have to check again, but I know it's on the actual JCat Beauty site. I'm someone that only wears waterproof mascara, so cleansing oils or balms are definitely essential for me. A simple cleanser won't remove all of that. So I love having a nice oil to go in. And then I'll take a little bit of water just to really emulsify it. It almost turns creamy and thicker. It feels so good. I do this just to really melt every last bit of makeup off. Now going in with my cleanser, the one I've been loving lately is the Tatcha Rice Wash. I just like how this one doesn't leave my skin feeling completely stripped. This is my second bottle and I've just really been liking it. You'll feel the tiniest bit of ground down rice powder in it. So there's like a little bit, not even necessarily a grit, but there is a little bit of a texture in there, but nothing super abrasive. Now taking a little bit of the Tatcha rice powder. This is just like an enzyme exfoliant. That was probably a bit much. So you take a little bit of water and you just create like this frothy foam. And this is just a nice, gentle exfoliant. I remember a long time ago, whenever my mom would have like certain types of rice, she'd wash the rice and then she would save the water from the rice and we would wash our face with that. And it just made your skin feel so silky and soft. Like even the water from the rice just felt like liquid silk. It felt so good. It was moisturizing. Oh no, I do not want that in my eye. I really like to concentrate this mainly on my nose and my chin, just areas where I would get a little bit of just pore congestion. For my hyaluronic acid, I like to go in with the Rovectin Activating or Skin Essentials Activating Treatment Lotion. I love this stuff and I do apply it onto damp skin. The viscosity of this is really nice because it's like thin, but it still has that serumy sort of texture. Just like everything else, apply this on my neck, chest, face. I need to record my mom once applying her skincare. It hurts me. You'll hear her like from down the hall smacking the absolute crap out of her face. And then honestly from here, I really kind of like switch it up with like creams and serums. One that I always like to apply on top of this though is from Etude House. This is their Sunjong line. It's a 2x barrier intensive cream. This is nice all year round. Like it's definitely super hydrating, but it's not overly greasy. So you don't feel like you're sitting there with like a heavy, greasy, oily face all night. It does soak in, but it just feels so nice on. I use that like as my face and eye cream, just go everywhere. And then recently NARS sent over their light reflecting line. Like there's a toner, a moisturizer. There's this really nice thick night treatment. I like to save this like right before I go to bed. It's a light reflecting restorative night treatment. It's almost like thick oil gel Vaseline sort of formula. Like I said, I typically save this for night, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit on my forehead. This does have a thicker, greasy feel. Not quite as thick as Aquaphor, but just that really balmy sort of texture. I've been loving to apply this just on areas where I get really dry. I slather this all over my neck and chest. It's so, so nice. I just finished up filming a Reels using all of that new Colourpop makeup that I unboxed earlier. Now I'm gonna sit down and finish editing this video. I know I don't have an outro for it, so here's me saying bye and thanks for hanging out. Also this lip combo, I'm actually really liking. I typically never really wear like pinks like this, but if you are curious about it, go head on over to Instagram or my TikTok. I have TikTok. I'm not the best about uploading on there, but I do want to get better. Just doing like little random recipes and whatnot, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for hanging out and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.